I'm going to do a classic. These are characters we've grown up with. But you know what? I think it's time they grow up with us. They've stayed the same age, but we've got older.
Okay.
And that, my friends, is Scooby Doo. And the reason why I chose Scooby Doo is because I watched Scoob.
Okay.
You know, and people are like, oh, they should have done this. They should have made it blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I felt like Scoob should have been the sequel to something they did first. But this is going to be a live-action Scooby Doo. And it's going to be different. It's going to be a PG-13-ish Scooby-Doo.
So is it going to be, are you doing a remake of which?
Not specific, just the whole.
Okay, you're just doing
a whole reboot.
A live action of a Scooby-Doo.
A reboot. And it's going to be an action, horror, thriller, comedy all mixed in. Because I feel like all those elements are there, especially with the people I have. But I was just watching Blade 2. And I was like, I'd kind of like that little bit of a gore. So for my director... Guillermo del Toro is gonna be directed by motherfucking Scooby Doo.
I was gonna have him.
Cause after watching, we've been watching the Blades and the John Wicks, and I was like, Blade 2 just always hit different for me. And now that I knew that he directed, I'm like, well, that's why it was it was action, it was horror, and it was still funny, and that's kind of where I want to go with this. So basically, okay, I'll do my cast first.
Oh no! Oh, did you do your writer and producer?
Oh, I didn't even think of all that for that. So shit.
You did it.
Yeah. So
Guillermo del Toro is a producer, director,
yeah.
and writer.
So he's gonna do all that.
That's perfect.
So I'll do cast first. We'll start off with Scooby Doo, and I want you to see who this Scooby Doo is.
He's gonna be like a live action person.
No, it's gonna be an animal.
Okay.
No, it's not gonna talk. See, the thing about this Scooby Doo, which I was gonna get to in the plot, I just want you to see him.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how I'm gonna tell you. Okay, he communicates. He communicates.
I apologize if this is how it feels.
He doesn't talk. Scooby Doo isn't goofy. You sense what he's saying through presence, and how you're gonna do that is by how my dog looks. So like Scooby Doo is going to be a motherfucking cane corso. That's who my Scooby Doo is gonna be. A cane corso, black.
My boy Yuli has a beautiful black cane corso just like this. If you ever want to make the movie,
yeah.
Damn.
So, and there's gonna be a reason behind why I picked Scooby.
Ooh.
And see, when I did Scooby Doo again, I chose two. I went two routes. I'm gonna try to stay on my one cast.
Okay.
But there's also I might just rapid fire my other cast at the end because I feel like it needs to be because it's for two different purposes. Okay. This is for the big blockbuster. I know I'm gonna grab. I'm gonna have asses in the seats.
Okay.
And for my Daphne, she was mentioned earlier today. I'm not gonna lie. My Daphne, you've seen her in Doom Patrol. Diana Guerrero. And why I think that.
Once again, the Myndframes tie in.
See, just even how the picture matches. I'm doing a little remix with this too. It's not your typical. They're kids in the 70s. When I get to the plot, you'll kind of figure out how it all comes to.
I like Daphne already.
She's not going to be just a pushover to Fred, blah blah blah.
Okay, so she's not just the damsel in distress.
Yeah, she's standing on her own.
Okay.
And Velma, who I got, this character Gina Rodriguez portrayed her in Scoob, and I feel like with this character I wanted to have more edge. I wanted to be smart.
Okay.
I wanted to have edge. And I'm like, well, damn, who can I do to who's got that in the game right now? But she can be funny, but she's not gonna be funny like telling the joke funny. Just her reaction to things.
Quick, witty.
And that is Aubrey Plaza is gonna be mine.
That's a perfect one. You know I love Aubrey.
Again, she can do everything I want. She can be funny. She can be funny without being funny, and that's what I need. Because this is gonna be more of a horror, and I think giving her a chance from Child's
And her
Play.
eyes, she has those big eyes, so her expressions are gonna be dope. And she just did what was that? Child's Play, so she can be in a horror.
Yeah.
Let's say it was a great movie, but she's great.
And
I
again,
love everything about her.
I think her aura is gonna fit horror, and because this is a horror comedy thriller. And again, I always think the funniest comedians, they can do thrillers and dramas and all that really well.
She's done stand up, hasn't she? Oh, she was in Funny People.
She was in Funny People, yeah.
Doing stand up.
I think she did stand up, but don't quote me.
Yeah.
But now we're gonna go with Fred, and who I got. Fred. This is a leading man. I think he's the chiseled young. This is the new.
I think I know.
This is the new. Fred was kind of like the American guy. Well, this is the new American guy. As a matter of fact,
I get it.
my new American guy is Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, I didn't know where you were going with that.
And
I thought you were going Zac Efron. I ain't gonna lie. That's way better.
Yeah, and the reason why I chose him is because he can play. You know, he's a good-looking guy, but I like to see him play aloof a little bit. You know, we haven't really seen him do that because Fred really isn't the smartest guy.
Yeah.
But I think him and
So
Diana.
him and Aubrey got a thing.
No, it's not him. It's him and Guerrero.
But make him and Aubrey have a thing too. Like,
Well, no. When you see who I'm gonna have a thing with my next person, and the person playing Shaggy, I left him for a reason.
Oh shit.
Very diverse. He's
gonna, where you going? I'm getting so. I hate that you tricked me so goddamn easily.
He's gonna flip this role like a motherfucker, and we haven't seen anything like this before.
Yeah.
And I feel like, because again, I want this to be PG-13ish, maybe even rated R. Because again, they've grown with us, but they haven't grown. I want them to grow and do a whole nother light of Scooby Doo. And that's our boy Lakeith. I feel like
I can't see him in black.
I just told you who it was.
Lakeith Stanfield
It's gonna be Shaggy.
That's dope. You said. That's who's gonna be my junior.
He kind of he's played a little stonerific in Atlanta, and I feel like with where the plot's gonna go, I want this to be edgier. I want this to be funny. I want it to be realistic. So they're at a Halloween party.
Okay.
Fred and Shaggy.
Where
friends.
they at? Where we at?
This is like in Atlanta, maybe somewhere.
Okay, I like
somewhere in the South.
I like that.
Because it's scary. Maybe Louisiana.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
We'll go Louisiana. I don't have this all conditioned yet, but yeah, Fred and Shaggy are friends. Velma and Daphne are friends. Okay, they don't know each other yet. Okay, they're at this party. It's in a field. You know, if it's in Louisiana, they got them scary ass plantations. Maybe they sneak out to a plant.
All that moss and shit.
Yeah, so you kind of get the feel. It's black, the moon shining light, and all that shit. And you know they see Fred and Shaggy see Velma and Daphne, like, oh, let's go talk to them, right? And as they're talking to them, like, oh, hey, how's it going? This big ass black dog runs out, you know, and they're like, oh, this must
terrify me.
but he's being real nice. Oh, this must be the owner's dog. So the guys are kind of scared at first, but the girl's like, oh, he's so cute, and like, oh yeah, he's cute, right? And that's when shit gets kind of creepy. So a short time later, you hear screams and shit, and then because there's gonna be two things in this movie. In the house, it's just a room full of people are dead in the house. So you hear screams, and then you hear and then kind of in the field, you see like these big spirits kind of come up out of the ground because you know it's Louisiana, so it might be a lot.
Yeah, that's easy.
And then so the four of them leave, right? Like, oh, we gotta go. And like, girls, come with us. Okay. They hop into the car, right? And they're like, come on. And the dog hops in too, right? Scooby hops in. Yeah. It's an old school van, so we kind of time. So it's gonna be the time machine a little bit, but so they hop into the van.
Okay.
Right, and then this is where I've kind of haven't thought of the movie fully, but the spirit keeps following them, right? Right. So they're trying to get away, but then again, they're also trying to solve this. Well, what the fuck happened at the party? Why did all those people die? So usually in Scooby Doo, it's you pull the mask back, right? So with all the people that died in the movie, that's the pulled the mask back. It was actually someone at the party, but the reason why the spirits keep following them is because that's Scooby's dog, or Scooby belongs to the spirit. You know, so that's why they're trying to get away, but they keep following them.
So the ghost is dead, and the dude died at that house party. Right. And the ghost now is
no. The ghost is. Scooby came out of the moss. He came out of the...
Oh, he just came out of nowhere.
Because the spirits came out of the ground. So he's with them, and that's why the spirits keep chasing him, and that's why they're always under attack. But they also want to figure out who killed the people. So you have two things. You have what Scooby-Doo usually is, a whodunit, and it's somebody. But I want to make Scooby-Doo an actual
And without being able
thriller.
to talk, it makes it hard for them to be like, oh, so we have ghosts chasing us, and we also have to figure out a murder.
So like they'll be just talking to Scoob, kind of, you know, and like he'll just like kind of look there. And, you know, moments later, whatever they're talking about will happen because, like, Scooby-Doo has a presence of, we know what should we do? Should we stay here? Or should you know, like, they're kind of talking to each other. And Scoob kind of stays there, like, we should, so. That's my, he's not, I want this to be, like, realistic. I don't want it to be, like, raggy, that type of shit.
Yeah, kind of like how Turner and Hooch, how Hooch would just be like, you see him laying down, like, come on, Thunder.
Yeah, so I want Scooby-Doo to be a strong presence. And
So the ghosts don't do anything harming to them this whole time?
No, they do. They try to, that's what I haven't figured out. They're going to be following them, and, this is them trying to get, they're at this big party in the woods, so them trying to get free, but it's through the swamps and all this shit, so the car might break down. They might have to get out, so they're always being followed. Why is this thing following us? And then you realize it's because of Scooby.
Nice. And you can throw some, you got the party, so you got some red herrings in there.
Yeah.
And he said the van can break down.
Yeah.
There can be like a red herring there. Somebody can fix it.
So it's them trying to get
dope.
to civilization. Cell phones die, all that shit, and it's just them. They might even be recording it.
So they're really just pretty much, some of them are the strangers, and they just happen to.
So I want this to be. Yeah, exactly.
It's like all in a night.
I want this to be the kind of the origin story.
Let us know what you guys think. If y'all want to go ahead and throw a remix, or if y'all have some ideas, or
give
some
us
other
a share. Give us a shared title that you want to see us remake or remix.
And just throw it in the comments. Just either post up a movie title or a picture of a poster, and we talk about it.
Thank you for tuning in. This is a new show. This is not a podcast. This is just our show. So again, this is Myndframe's Recast
Remix.
And if you're watching this, I'm assuming you're watching Myndframe the podcast. Be sure to look out. You guys know how to find us on the social medias. But please, start talking to us. We'll talk back.
Please do.
Yes, that's been another wrap. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
For Recast Remix.
Right.
See you next week.
3, 2, 1.